Subscribe to Horror Story Bar.
I don't know if what I brought back from the ocean floor was an organism, a parasite, or a curse, but I know now it should have stayed buried. Each night, something crawls from the field to my cabin, and last night, I saw it wasn't alone. I worked as a marine biologist for over 2 decades. I spent months aboard research vessels, diving deeper than most people will ever imagine. We weren't just mapping ocean trenches. We were looking for life, any sign of it, in places where no sunlight had ever reached. On my final expedition, we dove deeper than we ever had before. 10,000 meters down, near the Mariana Trench. Everything down there was still, silent, dead, until we saw it, this faint glow, pulsing in the sediment. We thought it was a type of algae. We collected a sample. It glowed softly, blue, almost like a heartbeat. But under the microscope, it wasn't plant. It had structure. It twitched, reacted to temperature. It almost responded, like it knew we were watching. Nobody believed me when I said it was behaving with intent. So I made a decision I regret every second now. I took a piece with me, just a sliver, sealed it in a reinforced vial, packed it with my things, and disappeared. I moved to an old cabin far from the coast. No neighbors, no questions, just me and the sample. At first it was peaceful. The land was quiet. The air was fresh. I'd finally escaped the noise of labs and skeptics. I kept the sample in a metal box, locked, hidden from light, just like protocol. But within a week, something started to change. The smell came first. Rotten seaweed, saltwater decay. Then the ground around the cabin softened. Mud began to seep up from beneath the field. Even on dry days, it squelched underfoot, like something was breathing just under the surface. At night, I started hearing bubbling noises, whispers like muffled voices underwater. Then came the scratching, on the walls, under the floorboards, on the windows. One night I woke to find the vial cracked, empty, and outside my door, drag marks, long, wet trails like claws or fingers, had been pulled across the muddy path leading up from the field. I drove into the nearest town, tried to ask questions, what the field used to be, what kind of animals lived around here. Most people wouldn't talk to me. One old man at the gas station just whispered, "You didn't bring something back from the sea, son. You brought back what was supposed to stay asleep." That night I looked out my window. There was something at the edge of the field, something tall, its skin slick, glistening with moisture, arms too long, eyes glowing like dead lanterns. It looked straight at me, and I swear, it smiled. After that night, things got worse. I stopped sleeping. I locked every door, boarded the windows, lit my old oil lantern each night, like that tiny flame could protect me. But it kept coming, and it brought others, smaller things, crawling on the ground, clinging to the walls of my cabin. Their eyes glowed too. Their bodies were slippery, shapeless, like jellyfish wearing human bones. Last night I placed the lantern outside on the road. I wanted to see them clearly. It stepped out of the fog, the tall one. It walked straight into the lantern's light, and its chest split open. I don't mean metaphorically. It physically opened, like a mouth or a gate. Tentacles reached out. Inside, that same blue glow, the same pulse from the ocean floor. Behind it, the smaller ones gathered, dozens of them, hundreds, and they all stared at my cabin, at me. They weren't hunting. They were waiting for me to let them in. This morning, everything was quiet again, but on my door, something was carved with claws, a symbol I've never seen before, and underneath it, a word scratched into the wood: descent. I don't know what they are. I don't know where they came from, but I know one thing. The ocean doesn't end at the shore. It goes deeper than we understand, and something has found a way through.